Police boats combed the banks of the Potomac River today to try to find clues into the midair collision that killed 67 people and raised questions about air traffic safety around the nation's capital. No one survived the Wednesday night collision between the commercial airliner and an Army helicopter. Recovery crews continue to work in the rain as investigators are seeking clues into the midair collision earlier this week that now stands as the deadliest aviation disaster in the U.S. in almost a quarter century. New video obtained by CNN appears to be shot from the airport grounds. It shows the crash followed by a large explosion and then both aircrafts falling into the river. Today, the National Transportation Safety Board provided an update to the investigation.
I can report to you now we have recovered the Sikorsky black box. It is safely at the NTSB headquarters. It will begin an evaluation, just as the other two recorders did last night, to determine when and how to take action. I can tell you from a visual inspection, we saw no exterior damage that would indicate that it was compromised at this time. So we have a high level of confidence that we will be able to have a full extraction from that as well.
Federal authorities have restricted helicopter traffic around the airport indefinitely in order to reduce the risk of another collision. Today, President Donald Trump claimed in a social media post that the Army Black Hawk had been flying higher than its allowed limit.
The president based that statement on truth because it is truth and it's fact, and it was relayed to him by the authorities who are overseeing the investigation into this horrific plane collision.
Last night, the National Transportation Safety Board recovered the cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder of the American Airlines jetliner.
That was actually in what we consider good condition. As part of that process, it was soaked in alcohol overnight. It was then opened today, and we have a high level of confidence that we will be able to get a full download in the very near future. Now, once we do have that download, we will not be releasing immediately the information regarding it.
Investigators are examining the actions of the military pilot as well as air traffic control. Air crash investigations normally take 12 to 18 months, and investigators told reporters that they wouldn't speculate on the cause.
We have recovered 41 sets of remains, and 28 of those victims have been positively identified. And as of 6 a.m. this morning, next of kin notifications have been made to 18 families.
Today, many from coast to coast are mourning after the tragedy. A groomed-to-be pilot, a teacher, and figure skating champions were among the victims.
It seemed like the flight had landed, but their phones weren't on and they weren't like popping up anywhere. It just said small plane in the Potomac, and I was just like, oh my God, and my heart just started like exploding out of my chest.